You know, Andrew, when it comes to your retirement, it can literally be kill or be killed.
That's a bit dramatic, don't you think?
Well, perhaps, but for those of you who are watching, it really should get your attention because there are really 4 major retirement killers that you're going to want to avoid at all costs. And we are going to discuss each one of those retirement killers in today's short retirement concept video. So we're going to help you to understand how you can avoid these retirement killers and not be hurt by them.
Much better.
All right, so stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. Thank you for tuning in to our Retirement Education Concept videos. These videos were created to make the difficult and confusing retirement process simple.
Absolutely, Andrew, because there are so many different retirement strategies out there and so many different retirement concepts, so many different retirement products that it can be difficult for consumers to digest, which is why we use a team of expert advisors to help us build a financial roadmap that will let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their retirement goals.
For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement income, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Carson, you've been advising clients for over 20 years now, so I know you've seen people making mistakes all the time. So you believe there are 4 common mistakes that could be of grave danger to retirement.
I do, Andrea, and we're going to talk about 4 of those mistakes in today's short educational concept video. But before we do that, there are always 2 rules to retirement income that we always like to give you. And what are those 2 rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money, and rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about these 4 common mistakes that you're going to want to avoid so your retirement is not killed.
So Carson, the first killer or mistake that you have listed is not having a written retirement income plan. Tell us more about that.
Absolutely, Andrea. You know, what I can tell you more about this is that over my years of working with clients, you know, one of the things that I have really noticed is that many people really have failed to have a retirement income plan. And that's a major retirement killer or mistake that you're going to want to avoid, because when you don't have a written retirement income plan, what most people are doing, they're just going to be winging it. And most studies show that the number 1 fear for pre and post retirees is not having enough income when they actually retire. So if they don't have a plan, of course, they don't know how they're going to replace their paycheck, or they don't know how long their money will last. So a great remedy for this, Andrew, is simply to speak with an advisor that can provide you with a written retirement income plan. So what is that going to do? It's going to do 2 things. It's going to hold that financial advisor accountable to that plan, and it's also going to hold you accountable to your retirement income plan so you don't make mistakes. Now, of course, Andrew, when you do have a written retirement income plan, you may have to make some adjustments from year in to year out, but that is okay. As long as you're able to stick with that plan, it should be like a compass to you and allow you to be guided in the right direction no matter what the circumstances may be.
Okay, Carson, so the second retirement killer you have noted is using the wrong rate of return assumption. So tell us more about that one.
Yeah, this is a really big one here, because I have really seen many advisors do this to their clients, and it's really unfortunate. You know, if you sit down with someone, Andrea, and they sit down with a proposal for you for your retirement with an assumption of, say, like 9 or 10% or even higher, then they are really setting you up for maybe some major disappointment, because you have to make sure that your retirement plan is going to cooperate with those type of audacious returns. So one of the remedies that we actually do for our clients is making sure that we actually tamper those returns to make sure that it can pass what we call the stress test for your retirement. So we'd rather actually undershow what that plan could do, and then let you have a surprise and say, hey, I have more than what we expected. You know, because you know what I've actually noticed? No matter who it is, no one has ever said, you know what, man, I'm really disappointed. This is not how much you said I would have. I have a lot more. No one has ever been disappointed about that. So the one thing that you can do to remedy the process of actually having an over audacious projection for your retirement is just to temper those retirement expectations and be more conservative with that. So we like to have our clients look at, of course, the common 4% rule when it comes to the distribution out of their portfolio, because we think that is important. That's a common rule, and if your portfolio is able to sustain that type of distribution, we feel very confident in that particular strategy. Another thing that could really help people is to try to set up a bucket system. Here's why this is important. We look at a 3-bucket system for our clients. Why? Because you can have what we call a short-term bucket where it has cash, to where if the market was actually tampering off, you don't have to also add to that through sequence of returns risk and taking money out of it at the same time. If you have adequate reserves in that short-term bucket, Andrea, what you can do is that when the market is going down, you can go to that resource and allow yourself to take income from that bucket. And what that would allow you to do, Andrew, is to leave the equity portion of your retirement savings at bay, allow the market to actually recoup the losses that it may have occurred during a down market. And another thing is that you want to have that secondary bucket, what we call the intermediate bucket, to be for your guaranteed income. So that's that bucket where you may have annuities, maybe you may have some other type of fixed income vehicles in that bucket, but we highly recommend that in that bucket you have an income that you can never outlive. Therefore, you can basically withstand any retirement volatility, and you don't have to rely on those over projections of your rate of return assumptions that some people would try to do just to allure that client in a way that we think it could be detrimental down the road.
Okay, Carson, a third retirement income killer that you have to avoid is taking too much risk with your retirement savings. What can you tell us about that one?
Yeah, risk in your retirement savings, of course, no matter what type of savings you have, Andrea, there's going to always be some sort of risk involved with it, whether it be the risk of inflation or it's the risk of the market actually going down on those particular retirement savings as well. So you're going to always have some type of risk when it comes to your retirement. But one of the things that I think people do not get an opportunity to understand when they meet with an advisor is what their risk tolerance may be. Many advisors, unfortunately, when they meet with a client, simply just ask a few questions and then they divvy up a plan for that particular client without really understanding their risk tolerance. Now, a major and easy remedy to this particular situation in retirement killer, Andrew, is just to, one, go to the link in our description below and take a risk assessment. Because once you know what your risk tolerance is, you'll know if you're a risk adverse person or you're able to take on some risk in the stock market. So when you get your risk number, you will know, hey, this is how my retirement savings should be allocated. Because without having that number, Andrea, you're really throwing caution to the wind. And when the market actually does do its thing and turn down and we go into a bear market, then of course that's going to be the person with the most anxiety because they never knew who they were in the first place.
So Carson, lastly, you mentioned that a major retirement killer might not be so obvious. It's not enjoying your retirement. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, this is one thing that I really want, anyone who's actually in retirement right now or they're approaching retirement. This is a big one here that can kill your retirement because look, when you're actually approaching retirement, most people are so involved with accumulating those assets, but they are not so involved with the decumulation of those assets, which you have to do in the second stage of your life. And so when that's the case, many people are fearful, one, because they don't have a plan to help them understand what they can spend in retirement. So many people are fearful of doing the things that they had always hoped to do once they actually got to that golden number of saying, I'm done with work. They wanted to maybe take the kids fishing. They wanted to take that nice vacation, Andrea, or maybe they wanted to build a lake house. All these type of things that people had aspirations for in their retirement. So you don't want this to be a retirement killer for you. So a remedy for this, a major remedy for this, Andrea, is to, as we mentioned, get a retirement income plan that would allow you to understand how you can spend those dollars. That is exactly what a plan does. It does not hold you hostage. It actually gives you the permission to spend those retirement dollars freely, so you can take little Johnny or little Susie fishing or whatever it is that you want to do with those retirement dollars, and you can do it with confidence. Now, one of the major things that you want to implement into that plan is what we always try to encourage our clients to do, is to build up more guaranteed income. Yes, everyone, if you're watching this video, that is what you're going to need in this day and time to make you have confidence in retirement. Get with an advisor that can help you build up more guaranteed income, because most studies have shown that when you do have more guaranteed income, you can have a happier retirement.
Once again, Carson, thank you for great information, and thank you for watching. And if you found this information beneficial, please like it and share it with others.
So we really do hope that you found this information beneficial for you. Please understand that these educational concept videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always reach out to your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and attorney about your personal situation. And if you're looking for a fiduciary advisor to help you with these type of complex retirement matters, we highly encourage you to click on the link in the description below and request a free complimentary consultation with us.
For more information about this topic or any of the other topics that we've created in our other videos, please feel free to reach out to our office or leave any questions or comments in the section below. After this video, please check out our other videos that we've created that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.